are you guys doing? My name is Chris Matthews. I'm your relationship coach and licensed marriage and family therapist. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 different skills that you can apply when having the talk about sex with your partner. I developed this video because as a marriage and family therapist who predominantly treats couples, it's often that I hear partners talk about how it's not easy for them to have discussions around sex. So I hope these 10 different points will make it easier for you and your partner to have the conversations around sex. Let's go ahead and jump right into the points. So first, talk about sex early and often. Even during the dating and courtship phase, you need to be able to introduce that topic of sex. And it doesn't have to be very erotic in terms of detail. Just make sure that you have a basic understanding. For example, are you dating a partner who may want to wait until marriage to have sex? Are you dating a partner who only may see sex just to have kids and not for enjoyment? So making sure that conversation is had at the beginning, and then often after you get married, after you establish the relationship, continue to update yourselves on what you like or don't like, because as your bodies change, as you change, your sexual desires will change as well. Point number 2, get to know your body. Get to understand what you like and don't like in terms of physical validation, and getting to know your body also starts with the anatomy and physiology of how things work. It's very critical. Tiffany Haddish, she's a very popular comedian, and she had in her stand-up how when she was young, she wanted to take hair off of her vaginal region, and she used a product that broke her out, and she was burning, and in the stand-up she describes how it was very uncomfortable. I use that example because getting to know your body looks like the products that you use, understanding if, for example, you're using contraceptives, what you're allergic to, understanding what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Point number 2, letting your partner teach you. So the last point I made about getting to know your body, once you understand your body, teach your partner what you like and don't like when it comes to your body as well. There's certain touches that may trigger a person and make them want to not be around you, or there are certain touches that will pull a person in. And those touches can't be taught unless you're willing to have the dialogue and discussion about sex. Point number 4, get your mind right. What do I mean by that? Before you can engage in sex, you have to make sure that you're in a mental, secure place to do so. If you're a victim of trauma or abuse, then you may want to look at doing some individual counseling with a trauma specialist to work through and process what touch means to you and how to have touch in a way that makes you feel safe and secure. Point number 5, process the past to enjoy the future. When you engage with your partner in an experience, whether it be sexual or not, whatever the experience may be, make sure that you guys update each other on what felt good and what you like, so that partner will know to do that more next time. Point number 6, don't surprise your partner with the sex talk. Make sure that you preface that that's a talk you want to have. Make sure they're in a good space to have that talk, and stay out of the bedroom when you have that talk. A lot of times I'll hear from female partners in therapy that whenever their male partner attempts to have a talk about sex, or if they begin to cuddle and the partner becomes aroused, the female automatically gets nervous, thinking and feeling like they have to engage in sex. So to have that talk in a setting that isn't as intimate could make the partner feel comfortable engaging with you, because they don't feel pressured to think that that conversation is going to automatically transition into sex within that moment. Point number 7, pick only one topic per conversation. So if you want to describe or talk to your partner about what you require with initiations, meaning if you or the partner is not initiating enough, or you desire less or more initiation, make that one topic for that one conversation. It can be overwhelming for some couples to hear what you may feel they're not doing right. For example, if you sit down with your partner, you're like, you don't initiate, you don't provide oral sex, you don't have the particular lubricants that I like, it's going to be overwhelming. They're going to feel like you're now belittling them and they're not good enough. So pick one topic. Point number 8, make suggestions rather than complaints. So back to that last point, if you pick the topic of initiation, learn to understand what your partner needs in order to initiate more. I think that's very helpful as a married partner. When my wife and I started having kids, I know now that she's tired a lot of the times, right? Having 3 children, being a mother, she needs more from me when it comes to taking things off her plate so she can have the energy. But as a male, I felt like I wasn't desired or wanted. But once I understood that it was more about her energy level and she needed me to support her in those ways, then we can increase the frequency of sex because she wasn't tired. That wouldn't have came about if we wouldn't have had discussions and conversations about sex. Point number 9. This is very important. Make having the conversation fun. In therapy, I implement a lot of different homework interventions and techniques for couples to apply outside of session. One of my favorites is for couples to write their wish lists. Write a list of things that you might desire in the bedroom, things you might desire from a foreplay lens, and swap that list with your partner. The reason why that's so critical is because we don't know what we don't know. I will be in session so many times and a male or female partner might express something on that list and they were reluctant or hesitant, and the partner goes, oh, yeah, that's no problem. I'll be more than happy to do that. And the partner's surprised, like, really? And what I've learned as a therapist is that people will make up in their heads solutions and problems that they'll try to solve and fix. So instead of just being direct and telling your partner what you want, I'll see a couple will try to hint around it. And then when the hint doesn't work, they'll just automatically assume the partner doesn't want to do it. So be more direct with the list. Point 10, final point, really important. Don't forget to ask the basic questions. So what are some of the basic questions? A very important question around sex. What days and times does your partner feel most sexual? Some people like to have sex in the morning. Others like to have sex on their day off when the kids are at school in the afternoon so they know they can get a nap uninterrupted. A lot of people like to have sex at night. You can also ask questions about mixing the routine up. Another question you can ask, do you like your partner to initiate sex with words or physical touch? That's critical. Sometimes words may be a turnoff for the partners. Some partners may just want you to just take that risk and begin to touch on them and allow the process to occur that way. Other partners need a warning first, and that might be a verbal cue or sign. Other questions look like identifying the moods, the rhythms, and acts during sex that your partner likes that provides them with the highest gratification. It's critical, once again, to have these conversations so you're not assuming, and more importantly, you and your partner are both getting what you need and want and desire from your sex life. Sex is very important because as humans, we're one of the few species that actually engages in sex outside of just for the causation of making children. We do sex acts together to have joint connections and bonds, not just to have kids. So you want to make sure that you have these conversations. I hope this video and these 10 points make it a little bit easier for you to talk about sex. Once again, my name is Chris Matthews. I'm your relationship coach, licensed marriage and family therapist. Please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side.
You can never go back.